You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We got some special guests in the building.
Yes, sir.
Dave East and Styles P.
Yo.
What up?
What's goody?
New album, Beloved, out right now.
Right now,
sir. Now, what's the connections between the name Davids? I heard that on the intro.
Both of our names.
David.
Both our name.
And David means beloved or friend.
Yes.
Actually, in Hebrew, break it down in Hebrew, David means beloved or friend.
You guys have both been grinding so much. So how did y'all decide to come together to do this collaboration album?
I think it came from just like mutual vibes. Like this is my favorite rapper. I always say that. You go back to my first interview, I always say Styles my favorite rapper. So I just feel like the universe. I feel like I put it in the universe mad long ago, and it just came to be. But I feel like beyond the music, me and him just caught a vibe. Just in real life, he just felt like the big bro I ain't really have, especially coming into the industry. A lot of the questions and stuff that I was going through, I could call him, and I mean beyond just songs. So once we got in the booth and really said, yo, let's put something together, it was just mad natural.
Did he make you change your diet?
I'm definitely in the juice bar more.
Okay.
I'm not vegan yet.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely watching what I'm eating, what I'm putting in my body a lot more.
I'm not gonna lie, when I heard the album, I was surprised, right? And not because you guys can't spit, because you're both lyrically talented. When people make songs together, sometimes songs don't come out well.
Yeah.
This year, and I'm gonna say this is probably my top album of the year.
Yeah,
I was
Envy.
really surprised, and it's not just lyrically, because lyrically,
I just want to say thank you because it's been a great year for hip hop.
Yes.
It's been
amazing.
It's been so to even be in that combo is really dope. So
I
thank
like
you.
the album a lot, but I think you wilding just a little bit.
No, he ain't.
After
What you talking about?
It's just a weekend.
I heard about
It's been a week.
I've been listening about 6-7 times, and just how they feed off each other. It almost feels like you one of the locks, the way you go behind them and y'all spitting, the beats that y'all pick, the hooks. The 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 9, that record, all those records are dope. Like, absolutely top 3 to me. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That
Good looking,
Nipsey,
man.
And I would have to find the third one. But that album, Nipsey album, it was really dope.
Hey, you got a top 3, but you don't even know what the third one would be.
Well, let's top 2 to me.
That's the two.
Top 2.
It top 2.
That's love. Good looking. Word.
How did y'all come with the concepts of doing the album? With the records, each individual record, was it something that you wrote or SP wrote, or did y'all come together with it?
It came together. I feel like right when we got in the stew, it was just the vibe. Like, we didn't say, yo, let's make one for the radio, or yo, let's make one for the girls, or yo, let's do this for the home. Like, we just locked in.
And we just being competitive. Like we was going in
sparring,
like we sparring. Like I looked at it like I'm the old veteran with experience, but he's the future of New York and the young boy. So it was like we both had something. He had something to prove to my crowd, and I had something to prove to his crowd. Because you don't want to be the veteran MC that's rhyming with the young one. It's like, you lost a step, or you slipping. And he don't want to be the guy coming up in the game. Like, you can't hang with the vet. So
Facts.
for both of us, we was like, it's good for old New York, young New York, and all New York just to bring that, you got one goal, but bring competitive energy. Like, you know what I mean? We're not going here. I'm not going in the booth. Like, I'm going in the booth when I go in the booth, and that's just how we both went about it. Like,
Were you intimidated at all, Dave, just because that's your favorite rapper? Like,
Nah, it was like one of them things where I felt like it was a chance for me to like really get certain respect up, like just amongst crowds that I feel like might have been in tune with me, but never heard me rap with that era. You know what I'm saying? Like back and forth. So I just felt like it was a chance for me to get my respect up as far as rap went and just being an MC. And it was a dope bridge of the gap because I feel like there's a lot of the younger dudes that might not be in tune with P like I am. You know what I'm saying? And the same with dudes that's fans of him might not be all the way in tune with me because I'm younger. So I just feel like it was a dope bridge of the gap. And it was natural. I was excited through the whole shit.
did you show any mercy, Styles? Because he.
Nah, I mean, he was.
He looked up to you.
Nah, it was on. I told you, we went in very competitive because I like the reason it worked. Like we do have a relationship that was outside of rap. That because I think a lot of rappers is like buddy and it's always for the camera and this and that. And I looked at him like I always told him I respected his energy, the way he carried himself, especially the way he rhymed, and just it was when you're a young fella in New York standing up for you, like you got Nas standing for you, the Locks like you, all the rappers like you, and you got the ladies like you and this and that. And he was always just had a humble demeanor. Like so, like that was real stand up tall. And then what he was talking about was like, yeah, he really knew New York street life, like that 90s. Where he came up really watching. So it was always like he was carrying the flag and the torch. Right. So we would always just have little side conversations like, yo, you doing that flavors, or if I see something a little, I thought he was slipping, like you might not want to do that, babe, bro. I did that. That's not a good look. Like so it was just that. And so when we was going in the thing, like it was different nights. We somebody take the lead. Like he'd be like, all right, boom, we on, and I'm like, oh, all right, young boy, and this, he on this one too. Let me crack my neck, get a little loose. So it was like we was just really, really having fun, and we was being really competitive, and it just was, I don't know, it was bringing both of us to just a pure like good, energetic place of making music. Like,
what are the techniques that you guys learn from each other? Because I saw for you, Dave, that you don't normally just do your lyrics without writing them down, and you learn that. But what are some things while you guys are working together in the studio that you might have learned from each other to get better?
With me, it was really P Sharp. You know what I'm saying? Like he's super duper sharp with every line, he don't go in the booth till he got his verse ready. Like, so I just was watching his focus amongst everything that was going in the studio. He had all his homies, I had all of my homies. Like, it was a lot going on, and I was watching him blank it out. I never seen nobody cut all the lights off. You know what I'm saying? Like, his whole process of just recording a verse was different.
And you don't write anything, right, P?
No.
Nah. And I never, so you always hear people say, oh, such and such don't write, or this one don't write, but to sit and watch it, like, I said, nah, he different.
You said in the song you was going to give it a try. You said in the song you was going to give it a try.
I stopped writing.
You stopped writing.
I stopped writing. I probably wrote maybe the first two joints we did, but I'm watching him, I'm like, damn, I don't want, he walking in the booth and doing his verse, so I don't want him coming out the booth and I'm in my phone trying to hurry up, get my verse together. I'm like, nah, I got to just remember this. Like, and we going back and forth, you know what I mean? So
I never knew Styles didn't write.
I didn't know that either.
Like I always heard Big, and I heard Hov say that.
It made it even crazier to me. Like, all that I've been listening to you wasn't
that was
writing.
our connection with Big and Hov.
Really?
Like, that was a real inner MC thing, like, you know what I mean? Because it was rare to see. So to meet someone and they nice and they doing the same thing, like, you know what I mean? I never looked at it. I always tell people I don't look at it like a special gift. Like, really, it's like a kid in school when he learns an essay or has to recite something. I always took it in my mind like that, just focusing on what you're saying, repeat line after line. Plus, I always had stock jobs. I was hustling. I was doing too much to be sitting down writing. So
even when you and Kiss going back and forth, we gonna make
never.
it?
No Styles record you ever heard me since the beginning of my career has been written down. You can never ever. You can never find anybody in the history of my career to say they see me right around.
Kiss either, or just you?
Nah, Kiss too. Kiss go back and forth. He'll pull out his phone. In that probably last 5 years, jot something down, put his phone away, but he goes in. Same exact way.
I've never heard y'all say that because it's so rare now. Because nowadays, all the rappers that say they don't write need to write. You know what I'm saying?
Or somebody writing for him and they just say, yeah, all right.
Yeah, but I thought you knew that. No, that's well known about me.
So what did you learn about Dave working in the studio with him? Some techniques that he does.
I think he taught me to be younger and mentally, and just go about having music in a more fun way. Like, it was really energetic. And I always think, like, I think older MCs or older men in general, or people in general, think they can't learn from younger people. So there's things he'll put me up on, like, all right, yeah, that's the wave. That's not, like, I'm not technically savvy. I'm not socially savvy to what's really going on. And then, like, when I go in the studio, I really lock in, and I'm either going G or I'm going conscious, or a little bit of mixture of both. And I learned from watching him. And the thing that he was mixing it all up and, like, having fun. He was saying certain things in a hard song. I was like, I didn't think they had fun like that. Like, you know what I mean? So even the process, I tell people, like, I'm in when I put the EP out, Nickel Bag, I did that in the process of us working. So I had super fun. Like, it was going in the booth and just picking a beat I wouldn't usually pick, and just doing what I want to do and just being loose with it, and just being smart, and then also business, like as a veteran, and you get used to certain ways, you stop doing things that's as wise as you should sometimes. Like, he always had his he's moving around, he got the cameraman with him.
Right.
He's just on point with certain things. I'd be like, oh, damn, I forgot to do that. I wasn't thinking of doing that, or line somebody up to get this shot while you're doing this. Like, just little certain things. I always think of the big picture, but sometimes I miss the middle.
All the details.
Does he have his license, though? Does he have his license now? I heard on the album a couple times, I ain't got my license. Do you have your license now?
I'm working on it.
No.
Don't say that on camera, man.
It's on the album.
They'll pull you over in
Thank
New York.
God for Uber and Lyft,
That's just
man.
rap, though.
They always pull me, man, but I'm working on it.
Now, this album can't be about anything but bars, though, right? It's not like y'all trying to get rich off this or sell a bunch of records.
Ah, man.
Nah.
This was for the culture. This was
That's
really
it.
like, if you love rap, if you love a certain feel, like I was always the type of person, like, once the weather changed, there's certain music I want to hear.
Hoodie season.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes,
Get a little cold
sir.
outside, you put them butters on. Like, it's certain music that just go with the change of the season. So I felt like it was perfect. You know what I mean? Just for the climate of everything else that's out, it don't sound like nothing else. You know what I mean?
But, Dave, I think you're trying to avoid putting out a debut album, too, though.
I ain't avoiding. That's
He's trying to set it up.
I'm set. See,
That's
that's
another thing. Like,
Ange
that's
know.
something we speak about a lot too. Like, yo, get it right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Take your time, build it how you want to build it, tell your story. And I tell him, make sure you focus on the ladies. Like, you know what I mean? Because I think as older G, sometimes like he has an opportunity that most rappers of our genre, the gangster street genre, don't have, and he has a good personality. So he should be on TV acting around the ladies. Like, because sometimes we'll watch somebody and the older dude will watch and see, like, and not tell you, yo, do that because you could.
Yeah.
And it's even bigger because that brings more, spotlight to what you're doing. Other dudes will sit back and probably watch him and be like, I hope you don't do it, or I don't want him to do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the whack thing about rap. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's old or young, you should want everybody to shine and get the best out. Like, if I'm in the studio and I'm doing something, or just in life in general, stupid, I got Sheik and Luce to tell me, yo, that's stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you wildin'. Like, that's not even smart to do. Like, and even homies too. Like, you can't have all yes men around you and people who just want to get something out of you, and that never works. You gotta have people to go, that's not really smart, that's not really cool.
Right.
And
Do you ever have to check him, like when you see Dave wilding on social media,
Yeah,
going in on people?
a
Have
couple
you ever had
times
to
with
hit
that.
him up and be
Hey,
like,
bro,
yo?
chill. But
Yeah.
I feel like from him, it make me really, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, I'm bugging.
ain't a check, it's more like you don't want to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's
You've been through it.
yeah, like you
did all that.
Yeah, you don't want to. I mean, one is your business is your business. And like when you get in the spotlight and people want to hold you high and do that, a lot of people gonna want to see you fail too. And then social media is a lot of people vent because they mad at themselves too. So you as a celebrity or a person who has any kind of stature in society, you got it's hard for a person to be mad at themselves and admit it. So it's easier to take that negativity out on you. So you got to know that's coming, but then you got to keep certain things out the way of the view so people don't even give them that chance. Don't even open that window for it to come in.
Now, Dave, how did you get to college? You talk about on the album that you was hustling and college wasn't for you. So how did you finally just make the decision and go
I was nice.
and ball?
I could play, like, you know what I'm saying? I felt like I had an opportunity to do something that nobody in my family did. None of my like real super close friends did. I just had a bad attitude at 18. From 18 to now, my attitude
To now.
I was like,
my attitude been shot. You know what I'm saying? I'm just now really realizing, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Get it together. But that with ball, I always love ball. You know what I'm saying? To this day, I love ball. A game come on, I get froze, stuck watching the game.
do you still play a lot?
Nah, I'll be in the booth.
You ever look
I'm
at
in the
yourself and say, I
studio.
could have been in the league? Because they said you was dead nice.
All the time. All the time.
You saw when he played at my birthday party.
All the time.
I
He didn't
thought-
do too well in that
I thought he was
game.
gonna do better. I'm not gonna.
He didn't do too well in that.
I ain't played in mad years, so that was one of them like, oh, you used to hoop? Come on. But that I feel like this was more my calling. You know what I'm saying? Because I could really express myself the way I want. With ball, it was a lot of parameters, and the type of person I am, I would have been in trouble.
How far along are you with the debut album?
I would say maybe 4 or 5 records. Strong. I want to do maybe 10 to 12. So I got a good 4 to 5 right now that I know I want to use for that.
And Styles, I was thinking the other day, you are doing so many different things. I don't know how you have time.
I don't either. Yeah.
Like you have podcasts,
As he
albums,
yawns.
music. I feel like I don't even know all the things you do. I be seeing things on social media. I'm like, damn, I didn't even know he had that
He
going on.
got items in food stores. He got podcasts.
Like when
You on
do you,
TV.
when do you
albums.
sleep?
I'll be 44 next month, man.
Congratulations.
I'm like,
that's a blessing.
like I look at it like I always look at it like this. I just reality with myself. I'm A-list authentic hip hop. I'm like, I used to be B-list mainstream. I think I'm like C now. So I always keep in my mind, work hard, work hard, work hard. And I don't want to work when I'm older. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to kick back and relax and have things I set up. And I'm just trying to think like, and I think as brown people, we don't often think dynasty. So I'm thinking like, if I could do a bunch of things and at least 3 or 4 of them hit, then my son will take from me and he'll do 6 things and 12 things and 6 of them will hit and his kids get. I'm just trying to think for my son and the generation behind him. Like, you know what I'm saying? To try to think. I think we as brown people never look at the big picture of what we could build. We get caught up in what we could buy in the meantime, or what other people are buying, or what we can't buy, instead of thinking about what we could build. And then later on, when it's built and it's flourishing, I could be able to buy everything I want and just go island to island and beach to beach.
How do you use your first love to promote all your new loves, like your business ventures? Like,
I think you as a brand, I think like the same way you do, same way everyone in this room does. You yourself know you're your brand, and I mainly do things I love. So it just all coincides with my life on a day-to-day basis. If you're doing something you love, like I love the juice bar, you know, I love the rhyme, I love
Watching movies,
health items. Yeah, I love movies. Shout out to Two Jews, Two Black Dudes. So I just try to just really stay busy. I actually need more jobs.
No, you don't.
I tell myself, I need better. You know, I want to be wealthy, man. I've been rich and poor, back and forth. Like like, you know what I'm saying? I'm serious. Like I had money, been broke. Had money, been broke. Had money. Like, so you could go from rich to poor. Like I feel like when I get wealthy, I'm gonna stay wealthy.
You connect the dots well. Like that's one thing I would say about SP, and I tell everybody that you're not afraid to lend a hand to somebody.
No, not at all.
Especially if it's something outside of what you usually do, or you know, what you did for my family for juicing. Like you turned my family to a juicing family where my kids drink juice, all from that conversation in our business. And even things what you do with the cars. Like you hooked me
Shout
up
out to my man Wayne, PCNY.
You hooked me up with a bunch of car people. I'm doing my first car show. These are all connections. Why have you never been scared to do that? Most people will never do that. They keep everything to themselves.
I don't think people. I think you should live your life how you want to live it. I think every man or woman should have their kind of own standards. And I think my gift and a curse has always been not giving a fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I think as you get older and it gets to positive and you become more positive with yourself, it just works because you can't really care about what people think about. You got to really do what you want to do what you love, and do it how. Because I'm saying people. Like, if you ain't feeding me, you ain't part of my family, and you ain't hurting me or harming me, and it doesn't really matter to me. Like, what you think about me is not going to make me nor break me. Like, you know what I mean? I'm going to just keep it pushing. I don't know, I was raised like that. My parents pretty much raised me to just be who I am and not be afraid.
Mm-hmm.
What advice do you give Dave when it comes to, like, just street beef, street issues? Because we saw you just had to turn yourself in, Dave.
Yeah.
For an altercation. Styles has had plenty of those.
I tell him to stay low, like, you know what I'm saying? He's at that point in career, and from me being at that point, but when you're in New York, when you're in hip hop, and you're from the streets and you're from New York, it's overwhelming when you're the man. Like, it's kind of like you living two lives, because it's almost like, you know, as a street kid coming up, you looking like, you like a rap kingpin. So it's like you're a kingpin in the neighborhood, but you're in the business too. So it's a lot of pressure on you. And then there's a lot of people you got to take care of and you want to take care of and bring certain places. And so with me knowing him and how he's kind of just trying to tell him, just roll less deep. Tell the homies wait down the block. And I try to tell his homies that too, because it's just never the rappers. It's all of us. Like, you know how that goes. It's like, yo, even with our crew, like, I go places alone now because I know some places you just got to go deep. Like I told him, Fashion Week, we can't go to Fashion.
Right.
We can't mob out. Yeah, I said we can't mob out Fashion Week next time because you know what I mean? So I think it's just that's something that comes with time. And then with people, with helpful people in your corner. Because it's natural, so it's just more be careful because he's smart. Like, just watch how you moving and where you moving, because one thing, industry people and the street people are different. It's two different codes, and I always just tell them, like, a person to talk behind you about behind your back in the industry, and when they see you, it's all love. But when you turn around, I don't like him. He did this, that, yada, yada, yada.
They be on Twitter dissing you. And
I've experienced that. So it's like, you just want to.
That's the first ones with the camera.
Stay low, keep firing, bro. And get to your money.
Dave, how did you feel when Nicki Minaj name dropped you in her song?
It was lit. It was lit. Nah, that was dope. Shouts to Nicki for that. I just feel like she kind of just put me onto a whole nother group of people that might have not been in tune with me.
Because I know you've been around her before.
Yeah, that's the homie.
Was Nas like, come on now, don't be looking at
honestly, with me and him, like, we don't really talk about, we talk about women, but it don't really be on no, like, specific, you know what I mean? Like, but that was dope. Shouts to Nicki for that.
Your daughter's mother got upset about that too.
She wasn't mad about that. She was mad about the feedback from other women off of that. You know what I mean? So she wasn't, like, directly mad about Nicki saying it, but it was a couple other women in the industry that had something slick to say about the sprinkle line.
Is it hard for her to be dating you now with all the attention that you get?
I don't know. Ask her. I don't know.
Is there certain opportunities you wouldn't do, Dave, because you are a street rapper from New York? Wasn't it a rumor that Tyra wanted you to model?
I am about to model. I ain't not doing that.
Right.
It's just ways. It's like with me, it's just all about like in 10 years from now. You know what I'm saying? Or once my daughter gets to a certain age, I don't want to be in no thong spread out at no bus stop.
No, we don't need that.
They were telling me,
why did you take it that's very extreme.
Like,
Give that deal immediately. All right.
So my whole thing is like I'm always about my integrity and just me. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really about the bag. Like, the bag is dope, but I'm not about to be like, you know what? All right, I'll do that. They paying me this and that. Nah. Shouts to Tyra.
I'm gonna be there. We're gonna work that out. Screw that. I don't know what you.
Yeah. Put this dog on.
Yeah. Put the dog to the side. Get him some Olafs. This is it. This is what they want to see in the black community. How that Tyra lit. Telling you. Look, Tyra, you want it? You want it lit? Olafs, Tyra. Throw them in Olafs. You know what I'm saying? Flip flops. We lit. Watch.
The album is out right now. Make sure you pick it up. My favorite album so far this year.
Yeah,
Thank
you. That's
Styles
love,
P, Beloved, and it's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.